A little bit more.
Hey everybody, welcome to Delest.
Yay!
I'm Austin. You can find me at D&DB Pod. We're gonna hurry up through this. Alex, hurry up and tell them you got the longest, so we'll let you go get it over with.
Son of a bitch. If you want to talk to me specifically, find me on Twitter at AlexandBirds. If you want to listen to me talk some bullshit, I'm on like 100 podcasts. I'm on Animorphs Anonymous. I'm on this one. I'm on Horse Girls. I'm on Soup Salad Sandwich. Check it out.
Hey.
Q.
I mean, you can find me at Hello This Is Q on Twitter. I'm also the producer for Soup Salad Sandwich, and I'm a member of the merch team for Horse Girls, which is a great podcast to listen to. At Hello This Is Cute. You can usually find everything that I'm doing there.
Cory, what are you doing?
Yeah, Cory, what's going on?
I'm just getting my cat. What?
Sounds like an avalanche.
Yeah, that avalanche.
Rap.
That's my horrible dead chair map.
Okay. Me. I'm on Soup Salad Sandwich as well. I'm also on a podcast called Sporadic Phantoms. It's Animorphs related. It's really rad. Check it out. And I am on Twitter as SplintersmithNC, and twitch.tv/Splintersmith is where I play games. And if you Google the Splintersmith, you'll find me and all the woodwork I do and all the other shit I'm on. And yeah.
And last
Cory's
Cory.
there.
I am at Rum Renegade on Twitter. You can come say hi to me there, but not really there very often, so you're just screaming into the void, but sometimes the void screams back. And I am also on our Discord if you really want to talk to me. So is he.
We did it. We got through the socials. What's next? Fan questions. We do have some fan questions. Both from Algal.
Hey.
So for the first one, for the 10th episode, have any of you learned something new about yourself as a result of being on D&DB? I learned that I like friends better when they're nice. Just like, because my friends, they're fun. I love them. But like it's like a relationship where it's like we always joke on each other and say mean things.
It's built on roasting.
Yes, and this is a different, like, these people, Cory, Alex, Nate, and Q I've known for a while, and he's always been like this. But they're the kind of friends that lift you up instead of tearing you down. And while I can, I have cohorts that do that, and it's fun, and we have a good relationship. I like
There's a good
too.
balance that you want there, yeah.
And that's something I've learned about myself, that I like friends that are nice instead of just friends that are mean.
That's the cutest. Like,
You're cute. You're the cutest.
Thank you.
Wow. Angry. I haven't learned anything. I'm an idiot.
To be like that.
It has to be like that.
What about you, Q?
I'll think of a real answer in a minute.
Q, you learn something every day.
Yeah, I learned some. It feels like every episode I learn something new about myself through the lens of Reese. Because this episode, I learned that I also would be capable of crushing a man's head between my hands, like a grape. If the situation called for it. I'm, playing with the song and dance of committing a murder in my head. I'm just like, yeah, no, I could absolutely justify taking a life, just in my own heart, because I know that my moral compass is sound, and points in the correct direction.
Yeah, if you take a life, it's because they deserved it.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty sure that's how all serial killers think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
Hi.
I'm scared of you a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, don't worry. Like,
You're a nice
anytime
friend.
I would ever want to, take a life would be in protection of some of the people that are here.
Oh.
Yes,
Some of.
We
Everyone
would
but
all
me.
take a life for Austin.
It's true.
What if it was my life you had to take from me, though?
I meant that just like
Which
I'm
one do I
gonna
shoot?
die.
Which one's the doppelganger?
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, like the list of reasons that I would go ahead and do a killing is I mean, there's less than 10.
All right.
Less than 10 justifiable reasons, in my opinion.
Nice round
Pretty
number.
big number.
Yeah.
Okay. I did learn something that I just remembered. Nintendo membranes.
Nictitating membranes.
Yeah, nicotine membranes. Birds have 'em.
Yeah. You have a vestigial nictitating membrane.
They like
Don't
cigarettes.
say those words on the internet. Can't say those stuff.
Google it. It's fine.
I don't want that search history.
Why not?
God, I don't know. Science is hard, Alex.
Science. You know. You get it.
I haven't necessarily learned anything new about myself. Largely because
ourselves.
largely because
It counts. You have one. Vestigial.
yeah. You had a vestigial
Nictitating membrane.
No, he had a vestigial reflection on himself. I largely like the person that I am and what I'm bringing here, and like the fulfillment I get out of playing in this space, and the healthy relationships that we have built up with each other here. Even when there's a little bit of a moment between each other, we're able to get through it, is because of self-reflection I did before coming to this table. But like, I will say that doing this is very fulfilling and fun, and like every session between we're talking about stuff and we're hanging out and we're hashing stuff out. Like, we don't just talk to each other twice a month and then that's it. Like, it's so I wouldn't say necessarily that I've learned anything new, except that reaffirming how fulfilling playing in a creative space with people that you trust is. And Daxter yelling.
And Dexter and Reese.
He wants to be in too. He's telling something about his stuff. We just can't understand it.
So, like, speaking of Daxter, I like Daxter's meowing reminded me that my cat Miles is very loud. He'll also meow in a very similar way, except we've started responding with we just think it's Miles being a Pokemon and saying his own name. So he goes Miles. So we respond Mew. He keeps trying to call himself Miles. So it's like, Miles.
Very good.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's very good.
You're muted, Cory.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
What about you, Alex?
Jesus, all of this is a learning curve for me, honestly. Every fucking day I come here. I have learned that if you give me 1 single inch, I will take a fucking mile. And that's what I've learned about myself, because
You liar. You knew that before.
I did not. Listen, I spent so long holding in so many facts because I was like, yeah, Savannah knows shit, but like, don't be Alex, where you say all these things really excitedly to people, and then these motherfuckers are all like, no, it's great when you do that, and I'm like, let's talk about fucking science shit now, motherfuckers. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I learned that if anyone says to me, this is okay to do, I will take that to the limits until they beg me to stop. So you're welcome.
Hell yeah.
I want to be very clear that I appreciate knowing about the nictitating membrane.
And that you have
And I do know what it is. It's a bit. Okay.
The limit does
Real
not
thing I
exist.
learned about myself is that I've taken a lot of notes on DMing from Austin, which isn't necessarily a thing about myself, but it's I've noticed how our play styles differ and where I think his DMing style is better than what I do. So, and it's in a lot of ways. So that's a lesson I'm going to take from this, I guess. Yeah, I think that's one of the best things right now.
Thank you. And I'm glad you do that. It's awesome. But like I've did the same thing to get my DM style. I took from other people. So I like that you. Thank you, Nate. You made me feel real
Welcome,
warm
buddy.
and special.
Oh, I love you, buddy.
Love you too. We got another.
Thanks for not killing me.
Hey, you're welcome.
Oh, I can't
tried
wait
real
to hear
hard.
what that shit was.
Oh my god, should we wait, hang on, before we get much further, like should we try to avoid that? Like the three of us?
It's fine. I know you guys were gonna listen to the episodes anyway.
It's not like you guys are gonna meditate.
That part though.
You guys aren't. I trust you guys not to meditate if Austin does.
That's up to you guys. You can listen if you want. You don't have to. So.
Like, I'm already working with some meta information on that.
I'm only not if you order me not to.
I'm not going to order you not to. I understand why you wouldn't.
I mean, I would like to talk about it here for a minute in the.
We have 2 other questions,
Hirac.
but yeah, we'll get to
more questions. Okay.
Does Patch have a real name? Yes, it's
Adam.
Nope, it is Wesley.
Patrick. Wesley.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
name?
I'm not gonna give the last name.
Did it's Crusher.
He does have one.
He does have a last name. Yeah.
Wesley Crusher.
Can you? That was asked by Algal because she wants it for fanfic reasons. Can you DM her the last name with sworn to secrecy so she can do her writing?
Actually,
For the secrecy, except for the thing you're gonna write.
Well, just before publishing it, I guess.
It's not a big deal. I don't see why I can't tell his name. I was just being facetious.
His last name is Chaplin.
Do it. Send it to Algal. She has to publish it. That's how this is gonna work.
Oh yes, Algal, you are getting a DM of
a GMDM.
A GMDM with his
Whispers.
name.
She also asked about how long Grant and Patch were dating, right?
So we did talk about that, and I'll let you answer that one, Cory.
So what we discussed was that I think it was probably somewhere around 8 months or so, like long enough to be significant for that age, but like not crazy long to the point where long enough that when things went to a head and they were trying to get recruited into the 5th Street Bright Devils and Patch said yes and Grant said fuck off, no way, Grant felt extremely betrayed, which is the reason for the like Patch trying to get Grant to calm down and him literally spitting blood in his face. Like Grant is still very hurt by what Patch did. Like Grant broke up with Patch because of it, but he very much views that as a choice that Patch made.
You broke it off. Well, like Grant broke it off, but Patch is the one who ruined the relationship.
Correct.
Well, that's our questions. Next is Grant rumors. Did we get any new ones?
I don't think so. Let me look.
We would love some brand new Grant rumors.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We need new Grant rumors.
Anybody in the chat would like to kind of throw any out at any point in time, here, now or in the future?
So
I mean,
rumors.
No, that's a little bit of a. I don't remember if that one came in before or after that last episode. Let me look.
21st, I think. Was
22nd. Yeah, so it did. Haga said, I heard Grant has a crush on a football player. What I will say about this is we have yes, to a degree, because Patch is a football player, and that is a thing that happened, but not necessarily anymore. Unless we talk about it and I see a really like compelling reason to have some kind of Grant and Cameron chemistry, it's something we talked about for players when we started, and Cameron, while he is a DM controlled character, he is still closer to a player character, and I don't think we want to have relationships between each other on that stuff. So I don't think that Grant and Cameron being together, unless it was in an epilogue thing and it made sense, is something that I would like to explore. That's kind of a boundary we set, and I don't think that that's something we want to do.
Mostly the reason we set the boundary is because even though they're make believe and it's a game, the characters are underage, and we just don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
If the characters ever become of age, or if we change our minds, we'll of course let you know. But right now,
yeah, there's a lot of, especially right now as things are going, there's a lot of trust between Cameron and Grant, and Cameron clearly knows everyone does at this point that Grant is queer, but like I don't think it needs to go past that.
So next up is our favorite moments, but do we want to just talk about the show instead of getting into favorite moments, or do we know favorite moments too? We actually have a lot of time left.
Yeah, we got like 25 minutes.
Yeah, let's do favorite moments then. Alex.
I'm a bitch. Let's see. Honestly, I really fucking enjoyed the horrific lying Savannah was trying to do with Grant in the
That was
office,
very
because
fun.
I did not know what was going to come out of my mouth 1 minute to the next, and then like just throwing it to Cory like, your problem now was fucking choice. I loved that.
Zach wanted some TikTok stuff. Yeah, we're dealing with some like gang stuff right now.
Hey man,
okay,
you came
great.
with the TikTok stuff. I said, remember Zach had that
I
problem?
know. I know.
My favorite moment was I can never say favorite moment because I never have just one.
Yeah,
I always
so
have
many.
more than one. I definitely hated / loved how badly I was rolling to control that fucking mandrill brain.
Yeah.
We got a house rule something for like 5 failures in a row. Has to mean something.
All right.
I just feel like that as a if I was DMing, I'd be like, dude, you failed 6 times in a row. You're a monkey for like an hour.
Forever.
I'm sorry.
We'll come up.
Yeah,
with some
at least an hour, and then maybe you could try again. But I just as a player, I don't think I've done it as an NPC, DMing an NPC, but as a player, I've never played anyone on leadership role, and doing battle strategy, and giving orders, so to speak. Like it's going to sound like it's because I like to be bossy, and that's not the case. I really love setting out like chess pieces and being like, you're gonna fucking work right here. I need you to do this, and I need you to do that, and blah blah blah. I don't know. I enjoyed the shit out of that. Huh?
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how that stuff develops, especially since and this is not a criticism. I think this is interesting, and we'll see where it goes with it. But like, I also like that through the lens of like Reese seems determined to be a wild card.
The wild card, bitches.
This is a criticism. I think the way you handled the drive, and then right before after the gunshot last episode, and kind of directing everybody, and then in the drive, and then also positioning Savannah, Reese, and Cameron. I think you did a good job with strategizing. Strategy.
Said it was a criticism. I got my.
I think
head up.
Austin.
That is
Criticism's good, right?
Yeah, sometimes
criticism can be good.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I
never had
thought
criticism.
that's what he was.
That's what I was trying to do. That.
Yeah.
I was trying to panic you.
Thanks. Fuck.
What about you, Reese or Q? What's your favorite moment?
My favorite moment. I really enjoy the nonchalant, like everybody going into the freezer, to control a morph, and then my favorite bit of that was just Savannah leaning against the door, just like nonchalantly, like everything's fine.
Checking her nails.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Also,
just
when they finally make a movie of this, when somebody takes our D&D podcast and makes a movie out of it.
when we get
I can't wait for the slow motion montage of the gorilla coming out of the freezer with the
Yeah.
Honestly,
The three-way gorillas in the mist. Oh my god.
The fucking
three-way
polar bear,
gorilla in the mist joke.
oh man.
Great.
Like there's
I also, when you said bear, I was like, okay, cool, a grizzly bear. Going full Rachel. That's rad. I can't wait.
You had to look at the
Nope.
map. You had to look at the
I
map
did
to
look
see where he went.
I did look at
notice.
the map next to where we were. I even asked Austin after that. I was like, "Did he get a fucking polar bear?" And Austin was like, "He got a polar bear." I was like,
If
"That's
we had
cool
this
as
discussion,
shit."
I don't remember it. I might have even reacted last time, like, "Oh yeah, polar bear."
I think this
don't
was.
remember.
I don't think you were there for that when I asked him that.
Hang
he
on.
said it in the episode.
Did I?
Did he?
Oh yeah, I
You
did.
just said bear.
He was like, you were like, I got a jaguar, and he goes, I got a fucking polar bear.
Oh
No,
no,
he
I
said
just
bear.
said fucking bear.
He said bear.
But I might have
Oh,
said
you said
polar
bear.
bear after. I might have
you.
said.
Okay.
I don't know. We all know now. Cory, before you go, I will say my favorite scene was Grant or Reese coming out as the gorilla. Like, it's his first battle morph. He passed with flying colors on his thing, and he entered in a cool thing. There was a lot of stuff that happened that I love this episode, but that one is right there, and I just love that scene.
Like the slow shift of the hands traveling up the arms and then down the back until he just like.
Dude, you didn't use the Estreen roll, but it was a total Estreen move to think of the way the gorilla hands came out as the blood spatters, and that's how the pattern started. That was such a fucking cool touch.
I didn't roll for Estreen, but I kind of took that liberty.
He has mechanic stuff that he can do with the Estreen, but if he's just flavoring,
flavor, right?
I figured just like
if it doesn't
using
matter.
the Estreen ability for the flavor of morphing, but yeah.
All right,
the roll of cool.
Now,
can I guess at what Corey's gonna say?
Yeah.
Do I get to bet?
Is it about Space God?
No, I bet Corey's gonna say my favorite part was when Grant didn't die.
So now that you have me on the spot, mine is twofold because I'm going with my favorite and my least favorite this time to hopefully transition us into something else. My favorite part was the fact that Grant didn't die.
Yay!
My least
10
favorite
points for
part,
me from me.
drum roll. And I had a little bit of a nod to this for people who might have been paying attention, the ones who would know.
Do you want to see if they can guess?
Yeah. What do you think my least favorite part is?
Oh, well, I'm out because... Yeah.
Huh?
You had to...
Alex? I think Alex said it.
Yeah, when you had to talk to Hirac.
I'm marked by Hirac.
What does that mean, Reese?
Cool. That means that there is some kind of like space god or devil, space entity, kind of like Q from Star Trek, who is like omnipotent and all-knowing, but still doesn't quite know how every species everywhere works. So
you're beating around the bush. Like,
yeah, I am. I'm thinking of stuff. I'm thinking of like what this.
You're extremely close.
Vamping. Okay, so this is it's kind of like a not good, not evil, just learning type entity that can intervene sufficiently on sufficiently connected individuals, and I think because we have morph ability, that opened us up to that. Maybe just one of us is like a chosen one of some kind and gets marked or something like that.
I want that so like whenever Q throws something out when he's trying to guess what happens in the show, after it I want the screen wipe to like Reading Rainbow, but it says Q's theories.
The more you Q,
there are,
or the more Q know.
The more Q know.
The more Q know.
But yeah, there are a couple of them here, and you're very on the nose about like omnipotent but not all knowing kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But there are two. They're not allowed to interfere. One interfered, and the other one has my fucking number because they interfered.
Fuck.
And that you guys can
consequences.
Yeah, you all will hear that as you listen to the episode and stuff.
It's just Gandalf and Sauron.
Yeah, I mean it's Gandalf and Sauron.
So this
is literally a giant burning eye in a chair that like burned into my soul.
I think if we can definitely talk about what happened. It's gonna be. So I'm gonna go ahead and give now. That'll probably be spoilers, Animorph spoilers.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to get too far into it, don't listen. There's also Q. You can hear the episode, so you'll hear what happened. You just got to make sure you keep metadata and all that. So you guys can talk about it if you want. I'm gonna probably stay silent through most of the conversation though, because I don't want to show any hands.
Yeah.
Well, he started talking about blue and purple mist. I was like, that's a fucking Elemist right there.
Yeah.
Absolutely, right from the get-go.
I presume that's what happened after we were deafened. You got fully deaded, and Space Jesus showed up and was like, "Sup, man? You fucked up there. Do over?"
Basically. So you'll hear this, but the important bit is I don't remember any part of that conversation other than a feeling that Charles is small fry and not worth going for because there are bigger things to worry about, which is part of the reason that Grant went the way he did there. But that was just a feeling I had. The only thing Grant actually remembers is a burning eye that sees me. That's why he woke up the way he did. And the other thing I'll say about that is, like, we kind of talked for a moment about what we were thinking, and something that I had been kind of thinking anyways, but I really like the way Austin handled all that, because he did save my character from a permadeath with something that is in fiction, but they aren't without consequences, because this is the part about, getting into theories about how this can work. There are a lot of things that being marked by Hirac did bad for Jake when it happened to him throughout the whole series. So that is a very heavy card in Austin's pocket that he now has to play against me, because that's the price for me not dying here.
Now, but to keep in keeping with the books, he also has to forget about it for months at a time, and only bring it up
when it's
really
convenient. Yeah, no, for sure.
Which brings up the next question: which of us is not the chosen?
Oh
yeah. Dude. I want to know who's temporally anchored.
Staring right at his face. It's just temporally anchored.
I guess it's Reese, because he's the Estrine, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Reese? I mean, what's up, Q? You don't know
good
shit.
At time? Q, you real good at reading clocks and shit?
I really like in all of that it's not going to solve everything, obviously, but, like, what happened there and the not insignificant part she played in it definitely has Grant a little bit warmer towards Savannah.
Yeah.
Not perfect.
Worried.
I still don't like her, but, like, you were worried, or you are worried?
I was not worried. That wasn't the right word. I was wondering if Grant would say anything, because I knew Savannah didn't want to.
Yeah, no, she seemed very reluctant, which is on brand, and I think that, it's good, but those rolls, though.
Yeah.
Those rolls are so bad.
That nat one at the end, fuck's sake.
Oh my god.
I'm going to go ahead and throw this disclaimer out there. Yeah, I know Grant rolled a nat 1 on his last death save to die. I know you die in D&D. This is our show. This is
I'm thinking that, like,
our story, and
that nat 1 resulted in the mark of Hirac. Like, that nat 1,
something very bad did happen.
yeah.
something very bad is coming down the line because you rolled a nat 1 death save.
I mean, Space Satan has a target on my back.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens. Maybe he's a good guy in this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Who knows?
Maybe Hirac looks like a bald, middle-aged man that smokes cigars
Yeah.
and lives in a big house
Maybe.
with a backyard that looks like
You
a
know
porno set.
You know what I wanted to make a joke about and then didn't?
What?
Is the fact that after all this shit happened and, like, Grant coming out of it, the fact that it was a drone that came out.
Yeah. And not a droda.
Yeah.
I am still wondering where the fuck Chad went. Because drones don't have an infinite range.
Drones, probably.
Oh, they don't? They don't? When you're a fucking dog robot, you think they don't have special drones?
This is Q must think we are out of our fucking minds right now.
It's a kid's book series,
but that
Q.
has
It's
nothing
pretty...
to do with anything we're talking about.
Also,
Drones usually also don't have defibrillators.
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
When he said it came out of the bottom, I thought he meant like as if it was extending from a hologram. And then I was able to fit it into my backpack, and I'm like, okay, well, that's not a chi.
Well,
But it can be Chi Tech.
it can be Chi Tech.
Yeah.
They specifically have the power to make their holograms have a surface that is touchable.
You guys don't think
that's weird.
Humans could make a drone that could fly miles away from it and attach something that shocks you to it?
I do, but why the fuck would he do that?
I don't know.
Austin's over here being coy.
Austin's trying to be coy, but Austin knows we're so far onto his scent like bloodhounds.
So a fucking cheat. As soon as it was like, yeah, this guy was able to see what happened here in a way that can completely blow up your spot and has been following you with a droid, I was like, or a droid. Has been following you with a drone. I'm like, oh, that's the key. I was just off base with Cameron. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Okay. I'll say this. I'm not gonna change anything. So, whatever it is,
not change anything you'd already played.
Yeah.
Plan.
So if you guys guessed it, you already guessed it. If you didn't guess it, you didn't guess it.
Well, as soon as I morph Spider around him, I'll figure it out.
It's really weird because I obviously didn't know how this was going to go, but last session at the end, I was very much like, we're going to declare war on Charles and them, and Charles is going to die.
Everybody was.
And now I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if this is going to reach that middle ground where things might happen okay, and I don't know if I'm going to have to put a fucking bullet in his head. Because Ricky certainly was very close to doing that.
I want to say that I'm really glad that it went the way it did. Excuse me.
I'm choked up.
Well, no, I don't know what the fuck happened. Asthma. So Zac hasn't done this yet, but I pretty much started this character knowing he was going to be giving up his TikTok channel because you can't really make TikToks all the time and be fighting aliens.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that a bigger picture thing is being brought into focus, and like that the bigger picture like question of I know you're into some gang shit and drug dealing, but like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah,
and I know you're really popular on a fucking social media platform, but that is not important. I don't know. I like that those consequences are happening. I just appreciate that it's happening, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted to say that. I don't have a point here.
Along the same lines of like appreciating things that are like going on in the story. At the beginning, when those roles were going horrible in the chat, when I first noticed the chat going crazy, and I kind of looked up at the screen and seen you guys, and when I looked up, there was like panic across everybody's face. It was like
my heart was sinking the whole time. Every time you look back at me, I was doing something like this. I was like this.
The past 2 weeks, I was like, I'm not going to get emotional about it. It's not going to be a big deal. It's fine. We've only been playing for like 10 episodes. He'll just roll a new character. And today, man, wasn't ready.
Put that into perspective. We've been playing for 40 hours.
Okay, but that's a week of work.
That's true.
Yeah, an 8-hour day every day with the same people going through shit together.
Yes, I agree, but it's not a 5-year campaign.
No.
With
but it
someone.
Is like a.
I'm not. I don't want to say. My point was, my dumb brain was like, nah, who cares? And now today, that what I thought would happen did not happen. Yeah.
I walked away when I rolled that one.
I know.
Yeah, we saw.
Yeah.
My heart dropped.
Yeah, that was a lot.
I didn't know what Austin was going to do to me.
I'm going to just touch on it for a second. Coming back, the being helping Grant come back to life. Mm-hmm. I told Grant.
The Alenist.
Well, who knows what his name is? I told Grant this during the break. This was set in place before that. You guys got one.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I used the one.
It could have been all of you at the same time. Spoilers for the book. Something happens.
Yep.
But didn't happen for everybody at the same time. It happened for one. But it's
you never told us that, but there was as soon as it happened, I'm like, okay, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's another part of why even on top of the Kryak thing and the stuff, like, it is very much because he doesn't know exactly what happened because he doesn't remember that conversation with this mysterious being who may or may not be an Elemist. Said it right for you, Nate.
Thanks, bud.
I do think that, like, I put into the character, and I hope I wasn't overstepping with the what I do and don't know thing, but, like, I like the idea of Grant knowing that he did fully die.
I think that you would come to that conclusion anyway, just like you got shot, you was gone for a little while. I think nobody said it, but I think everybody knew that you died for a second. And then
and I mean, that's what I said to Cameron, and he was like, no, man. I was like, no, Cameron, I did. Yeah.
Cameron's reactions to shit this episode, by the way. Just like for the, I died. No, you're right here. Like, God.
Yeah.
Choice.
Love him.
And then what was the other one? When I was like trying to
you...
drop hints about who's going to go into what animal, and he was just like,
Austin, I can tell that you definitely, like, you shift a little bit into Cameron, and you really lean into his int score.
Yeah. Maybe that's
his int score.
I just play myself.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so...
All right.
We're not going to do character details this time. We got 4 minutes, and I'm... Mm-hmm. I don't want to think of anything, honestly, right now. I'm just...
Yeah.
So scary.
Anybody have any final thoughts or anything?
I'm just interested to see where... I'm interested to see ultimately what happens with Charles and them. I do hope that it's stuff that, and I'm not telling you where to go with things. I do hope that that's something that we come back around to, because I would love to start getting to other things.
I can't wait to build a blacksmith forge in the bottom of, like, in the basement of Oscar's place and start building armor for our battle morphs.
Oh yeah, that's we're not doing that. We gotta stop that. I fucking forgot and glazed over that shit. It's fine. This is meta talk. I don't want to meta talk.
Well, we can discuss that or get into it in the episode later.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a boost in AC if I can get, like, a shield affixed to one forearm.
I do have rough ideas. There's nothing on the civilians and superpowers document.
Yeah.
But that is something that I was thinking about using improvisation. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Improvised. See my int score. Improvised stuff for armor and stuff like that. So
yeah, but your charisma is.
That's what makes up
20
for it.
Charisma. You're fine.
You can be stupid if you're cute.
Okay, yeah. Do we not think that animals having armor or weapons is a dead ass giveaway that we're human?
Oh, me as the DM doesn't care.
Okay, but in game,
in fiction,
I think it makes. I mean, I do. But I think it makes sense to, like, while fighting, to grab something to, like, help with. But, like, I don't think that we're gonna go in as a fully armored bear. I think that's just goofy.
If you had enough prep time and you could do it and you had the stuff, why not? But you'd also have to make it, have that time to do it, and maybe give away yourself.
Hands and just bent it around my arm, and, like, my plan was also to go get the fucking tactical shovel out of the.
Like, yeah, so those are things you can do, but like Nate said, if you do it, they might start to put 2 and 2. There's a fucking wild gorilla out here with armor on and a guy with weapons.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things that happens in Animorphs a lot is that there's, like, people that go, there's a fucking wild tiger here. How did that happen? And then nothing ever comes of it because they're like, it's a fucking tiger, I guess. Which is total suspension of disbelief. But if it was a tiger with a machine gun, they'd be like, hey, maybe there's something going on.
No, but, like, if we're playing this as a more modern, more realistic game, not necessarily more realistic because we're fighting fucking aliens as teenagers that can turn into animals, but if we're fighting this, if we're doing this in a way that is more sound logic, then people are gonna be like, oh shit, there's a wild tiger. Oh shit, there's a wild tiger that popped up over here like a week later. Oh shit, another wild tiger. Like, it doesn't reset week style.
Fair.
We have been doing a decent job of hitting a good tone near where, like, more serious in certain aspects, and like the fact that we don't have to scholastic censor ourselves on things,
Right.
but like still the tone and the heart of the source material we're doing, which is
There's a
important
part of me
to me, but I don't think an armored tiger.
To be totally completely fair to Q, we are reacting to this because there is another piece of information that we have that Q doesn't know. So
no, and I get that. I'm certainly not blaming.
He's making a
that.
very fair point. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. His point is
great. For the controllers to not be like, "Hey, that same fucking gorilla keeps showing up." Maybe that's an Andalite or whatever. And Andalites could have armor and weapons. There's no reason it couldn't be humans.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is Q's making a great point. The reason that we're reacting is because we have another piece of information that we're reacking with. So it's not like, Q, we're not trying to shoot you down.
Oh yeah, no, I never interpreted that you guys were trying to shoot me down. You raise an excellent point, Alex, and that's kind of the basis I'm coming from is like, we're gonna be getting. If we're going to be getting shot at on the regular, not just by human slug launcher bullets, by fucking crazy ass metal melting laser guns, we're going to want something between us and that weaponry. So if I'm going to be a gorilla with some big metal bracers on and just running with a tactical shovel or a spear or something, then hell yeah.
That's fair. I don't. I do think we're rarely gonna have the prep time available for that to come to fruition. So, sure, it can probably happen, but I doubt it's gonna happen. Well enough anyway.
It'd be something that I Reese would be helping to prepare for, getting scrap metal and shit like that, and kind of hammering things out and whatnot. But
they find the base that we have at the chaplain place, and we have to defend it. Now we're all fully fortified.
Yeah, dude, I'm talking about turning those stables that were there, or turning maybe not the stables, but the jail cell, turning that area into melting down those bars and shit.
Pick out the biggest fire hazard area and put a lot of fire in it.
Yeah. All right. We are over.
Thanks, everybody. We had a great time. Well, I had a great time today.
Yes.
Stressed as hell.
You guys can
Grant is alive.
I got a gun.
He got a gun.
You put it back.
No, I didn't.
Not yet. Well, we haven't left Ricky's.
Well, I'm not putting it back. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, you guys can watch us play Quiet Year on the 7th, Tuesday, 8 AST. EST, I know everybody.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That's specifically at me.
7 Canadian. I'm not changing that one because they know. And then
Canadians Eastern time as well. Right.
No, it's Canadian.
Ahead of Eastern time.
It's Canadian time.
It's
Canadian Standard. Canadian American Standard Time. Cast.
And
Christ.
We will be releasing on December 19th. The next episode will be episode 11, but it will be pre-recorded because Christmas stuff. So see you then, and we'll some of us will probably be in the chat. So we'll see ya. You guys have fun, and as always, fuck Charles Bedford.
Fuck Charles Bedford.
Yeah, fine. I can't think of one.
All right.
I already stopped recording.
Bye.